Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing this morning in this 90-degree weather? Oh, I am so oppressed, and my breathing is horrible, y'all, just horrible. And I've been taking my breathing stuff, but it doesn't seem to be doing any good. So I'm coughing, I'm breathing, and I hope I don't have a coughing spell while I'm up here talking to y'all. So I haven't been up here in a few days, but I'm hanging in there. I'm trying to beat the heat. I haven't been anywhere, but yesterday I did go out to take my trash. And boy, was it hot. I mean, hot, hot. And then today, I was in the bed, and then the pharmacy delivered me some medication. And I opened that door. Matter of fact, I was laying down when he came, so I had to get up, because he was out there. I wasn't expecting him. Sometimes they call, sometimes they don't. But then sometimes they call me. I don't answer the phone because I don't know who they are. I don't know their cell phone number. I told them before. I said, if you're calling me from the pharmacy, they let me know that that's the pharmacy. And so they want to call me from their cell phone number. Like it's a personal, I'm supposed to know who you are. Hey, if I don't know who you are, I'm not going to answer the phone. Sorry. But anyway, I went to the door, and the heat hit me in the face like that, y'all. Like I was standing in front of a furnace. This is the honest to goodness truth. And so I think I got a fly in here too, because I got something flying around in here. I don't know if it's a fly or not. But they come in so fast once you open that door. I don't know. I saw them a minute ago. But I got my raid sitting there. My raid is right. See that raid sitting right there on the floor, y'all? She says she ready. She says she ready for whatever. That I am the boss up in here. Not the fly, not the bumblebee, not the gnats. I am. And what I say goes. I pay the rent. They don't pay no rent up over here. No, I have not lost my mind, I don't think. But I tell you the truth, the heat is so hot, it might have fried the brain a little bit, y'all. Oh, excuse me. See, I told you. But it was worse than that before. Yesterday and last night and this morning, it was all like up in my chest. I said, oh my goodness, it doesn't seem like whatever I'm doing, I'm not doing it right. Now, I did the, what do you call that thing? This one that I do once a day. That's called the ellipta. I just inhale that once a day. But I can do this. I can do the not the nebulizer. The Ventolin. I can do Ventolin like every 6 hours. And so I didn't do the Ventolin today, but I did do the ellipta before I came up here. I said maybe that'll help me get through the video without going into a coughing spasm. So how y'all been doing? I hope you're able to beat the heat. Go to the beach. Like they say, go to the, the supermarket to cool off. Go somewhere to cool off. If you got a recreation, a library, anywhere, if you don't have air conditioner. Thank God I do have central air. Yeah. But it hasn't came on today yet. I don't know. But I got my little fan. Like I said, I got my little orango. She's sitting over here. She says she's ready. And this fan right here, it seems to me that it puts out just as much as a big box fan, y'all. I got this a few years ago from Amazon. I love it. And it's portable. UBS, SUB, wait a minute, USB. USB chargers, and it lasts a long time. It's like, matter of fact, I think they call it a camper fan. And, for people that use in their camper or people that are living in their van or something like that, they have that, have that for them. And that thing lasts all night long. How I know? I left it on one night. Not intentionally. But when I got up, wait a minute. I don't know if you could see these lights. See these bars right here? There are four of those, four lights right here that tells you just where your power is standing at. And when I got up, not even one was gone. And I think it had burned, it must have been going on for about 10 or 12 hours. Because I had forgotten to turn it off. Yeah, so it lasts a long time. I don't know how long it lasts if I let all four bars go. I guess it's probably 24 hours, maybe 48. And so I'm assuming that it would be good, to have something like that, in case you don't have the lights or something and your central air is not working or something like that. That would come in pretty handy. And it keeps me cool. I got it sitting right here on my walker. But like I said, I got central air, but it didn't come on. I got the central air, I think, set at like 76 because I don't like being real cold. And you know how it is when you get older, you have a little thin skin. And so that's my story, y'all. And I'm having a little cup of Joe. And my little cup says roast of the day. And this is my first cup of coffee today. It's too early for lunch. It's only 11:30. And I got to put in an order for Instacart because I'm not unable to go to the store. I'm just not going to the store because it's too hot. This is dangerous heat, y'all. And the forecasters have been saying telling you how dangerous. Y'all had to excuse my fingernails. I got my stuff over here ready to do them. Been sitting there for a couple of days. I just haven't done them. How dangerous this heat is. And, especially for elderly and for me, And so I just been staying in the house, taking it easy. But I did wash clothes. Yesterday, that's what I did. I think I washed 3 loads of clothes. I washed my 2 comforters that was on my bed, 2 comforters. I didn't wash the big cover, the big, what you call that thing? The one with the sherpa. I didn't wash that one. But I'll probably get around to that later on. And I washed a load of regular clothes as well. And so that is done. Oh, I washed the sheets that I took off the bed. Of course, I did some washing. Maybe that's what I washed. The 3 regular. Yeah, they were regular. That was my regular wash. Yeah. And because I usually try to change my sheets on Monday, which I don't always. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't, y'all. And so that's what I did. But now I think I'm having a problem with the dryer. And I ain't just saying that, y'all, because I want a new dryer. I'm just saying that the dryer seems to me like it taking a long time to dry my clothes. It still dries them, but it just takes longer. Like what would normally take maybe 40 minutes, I got to do it. I've set it for 40 minutes or whatever, and then I got to reset it again so it can go some more, maybe another 20 or 30. A long time, it takes longer to dry. But I ain't complaining, y'all. I'm just glad I got my washer. And that washer, like I said before, is bigger. The tub is bigger than my, the washer that I had before. And I'm able to get that comforter in there, very comfortable. And I got those done, thank goodness. And what else did I do yesterday? Oh, I cooked dinner yesterday. Well, not really dinner, but I cooked. But today I'm not doing anything of the sort. Nothing at all today. Matter of fact, I don't have much of an appetite. This morning I got up and had a bowl of cereal, just because I had to take my medication. But that was around 6. Maybe, let me see, 6. I usually write time down about what time I got. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to see my own. Wait a minute. Hello now. Let's see. Oh, I ain't right. Oh, 6:30 I got up. 6:30 this morning. Well, actually, probably before that. That's probably just the time I wrote down. But I hope y'all are doing well. And like I said, I hope you're beating the heat. And I hope you find somewhere to cool off. Don't worry about doing a whole lot of strenuous work. The only thing you worry about, if your husband or your sons or uncles or somebody, if they have to do outside work, like yard work. Oh my God, yard work and construction. You know, it's gotta be brutal. Yes, it's gotta be brutal. And, you know, stay hydrated. I already had, well, when I got up this morning, I had, I think, about a bottle and a half of water so far today, which I should be having water instead of, you know, this cup of Joe right here. Ah. And guess what, y'all? My mouse ran out. I was on the computer playing a game. And my computer kept telling me that my mouse is, low battery. And then suddenly it went off, because that happened to me before, but it lasted a long time before it, went off. So I wasn't paying it no mind. And then I went, well, the mouse actually went dead. And so I went and looked in my drawer for some batteries, because I usually keep the batteries. I couldn't find batteries for nothing. I got batteries laying out of here that I took out of something else, like the little lights that I had taken. I think it has, there's another one somewhere. I got these little lights, these little lamps, that they're powered by three. It takes three AA batteries to power them. And so the lamps were already dim, because I don't hardly, I've been having, the batteries in there like forever. And so I hardly ever use it. And I'm trying to get some batteries to fit. And then when I put one of the batteries in there, they kept saying, low battery. And then it just wouldn't even go no more. And then I tried another battery. It got me through the night. But what had happened was this morning, when I got up, now I think I don't have no AA batteries, because I already looked in my drawer and everything, and I'm thinking I don't have no AA batteries. So I hops on Amazon. I said, let me order me some batteries right now before I forget. And so I ordered some Amazon, their brand batteries. But this morning, I have a picture frame over there that always gives me trouble if it falls down or something like that, and it needs some tape to tape the back. So I'm looking for the tape. Where is the tape? Because I'm tired of this picture frame falling apart. I couldn't find the tape that was already used. Like how you have the Scotch tape, that kind of tape, packing tape. And I got a lot of it. I got like 4 rows, but I had one that wasn't used, and I couldn't find that one that I hadn't used. But I'm looking in the drawer. Guess what I found? I found a battery. A AA battery. Now I usually keep the AA's and the AAA batteries at all, 95% of the time. Unless I just don't know, I don't have any. But I found that battery. I was so happy. But I got batteries coming today from Amazon, and batteries and crackers and a whole lot of other crap that's coming from Amazon. Once you go to Amazon, you're always going to see something you want. But, coffee is good anyhow, y'all. Any old weather, any old how, the coffee is still good. So I guess I gotta stay awake for sure now, because Amazon is gonna bring me my order. How many of y'all got to work today? I hope you don't have to, like I said, I hope you don't have to go outside. And this goes for the young as well now, and not just the elderly. And because this is dangerous heat, like the weatherman said. I was listening to him this morning. You know, even like your children, if you're going to take them somewhere, take them to the water park or something like that, so they can get under that splash pad and let the water, that probably feel real good today. Yeah, around water, or have a water fight. That would be good too. That's what my kids used to do, have a water fight. Yeah. But I don't have much to talk about, y'all. Nothing is new. And I did sort of mop around in my kitchen. That's all I did. I did it, like with a cloth. Because I still didn't get the mop yet. But kitchen is always the dirtiest room in the house. The kitchen and the bathroom. Those are two main things you really got to keep up with in your house. And so I just took like a cloth, like something like about the size of a washcloth or something, like a little towel, a little hand towel or something like that. And my kitchen's not that big. And so I just, wiped around in the kitchen with it. I didn't have to really bend down. I could just use my foot and just go over that little floor. And it came out, it's not sticky, nothing is sticky down there anymore. So I'm straight. The only thing I gotta do now, wash dishes. Tell you, woman's work is never done, y'all. Never, ever. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. When a tear falls from my eye, do you think anyone would stop to ask the reason why? No, because nobody cares about me. And on that note, I go with love, and I'll see you again soon.